Champions League.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Comic87 YouTube channel. I am Comic87, and this evening I'm going to be casting an OCL Season 0 Week 5 match between Wrecking Crew and the Shadow Kings. We'll take a look at the teams here on the Onward Champions League website here and see if we can glean anything and make any predictions for the match. So Wrecking Crew hanging out very comfortably at number 13 on the leaderboard with an ELO of 804, and Shadow Kings a few spaces behind them in 16th place on the leaderboard with an ELO of 773. So let's start with our home team, check out Wrecking Crew, see how they could do this evening, see if we can make any predictions here. So rostered this season: Misty, Void, Skylar, Boba Fett, Swamp Boogie, Draven, Ranby, Shadow Arms, and Mission. And what I can see right off the bat with Wrecking Crew, very successful season and hungry. There's at least a couple challenge matches in here because we're playing week 5 and there's 7 matches on the board in front of me. So there's some challenge matches happening and some fighting for the top. They did go down to Most Wanted and they defeated Excommunicado, defeated Los Monjes. They won against Downward, a close match, 10 rounds apiece. Went down 11-9 to Shadow Knights. Have yet to play Fallen Sigmas. I'm assuming this is going to be a challenge for the season or for the week. But yeah, hard fought and more wins than losses. They have lost only twice out of the 5 that they played. And looking at their maps, they're 100% effective on Quarantine and Arctic and 0% effective on Suburbia Sand and Snow Peak. I'm not seeing a whole lot of like consistency in the size of maps. Arctic and Quarantine, vastly different layout, vastly different size. Same thing, Suburbia Sand and Snow Peak, like Snow Peak being one of the largest maps and Suburbia being one of the smallest. So nothing jumping out at me. What I can say, Wrecking Crew this season looking very, very hungry for some wins. Let's pop on over, check out the Shadow Kings. Rostered, much smaller roster than we're used to seeing for the Shadow Kings. Only 6 for this OCL season. So we got Major, Cap Doctore, the longest name in Onward. We have Llewellyn, Gun Grip, Smith's 518, War Within, and Face, Uncle Face. Looking at their season, they went down 8-0 to Mayhem in week 1. Defeated Excommunicado 8-5 in week 2. Went down Dark Matter in week 3. And defeated Los Monjes last week 8-3. So not as hungry. Shadow Kings only played the scheduled matches, no challenges this season so far. Let's see if we can glean anything from their map win percentage. 100% effective on Quarantine, 100% effective on Snow Peak. Those are 2 long maps with some interesting lines. 2/3 effective on Shipyard and 0% effective on Suburbia, much the same as Wrecking Crew, and about half and half on Quest and Egress. So a little, again, not much we can say. Looking at Snow Peak and Quarantine as their 100% win maps, potentially large maps are going to be where it's at for Shadow Kings this season. But that remains to be seen. I really don't have any predictions to make tonight. These are 2 very good teams. I played with both, or played against both teams, and have played with the players on both teams quite a few times the last couple seasons. Throughout the different leagues that we participate in, and I'm excited to see these guys face off. So with that, I'm going to check into the lobby, check with them players, check with the captains, make sure everything is A-OK, and I will see you guys in the match.
Onward, Champions League.
The knife is happening. John Wick, man.
Onward, Champions League.
Ah ha ha. We're good. We're good. Right on time. We have audio right on time. Sorry, guys. Well, you might have missed out on the the first little bit there. There we go. I'm just going to fix this in Discord as well. Before the match even starts. Good to go. Teams are launching in right now as we speak. I apologize for the audio glitch there. It happens. And let's catch up with the Shadow Kings. There we go. Catch up with Major Captain Doctore. Player models are on. Lasers are on. Lampy, I know you're going to ask about that. Gun Grip Customs getting the headshot on Skylar.
-1 on objective.
Good call out. There we go. It would not be. That's a excellent early line there on Estov. Let's see what else is going on here. There we go. That audio, little audio issue at the beginning, that is 100% my fault. I have a cough button, and I absolutely nailed it. Hit that cough button. Voids takes Major Captain Doctore. Does he get refragged? He's going to be looking for Smith through the window. Gives away his location.
Zephyros.
Nice. Headshot. Smith's with a headshot through that window. That's a narrow line.
Yep.
So Shadow Kings looking like a little bit of a split push here. We are now left with 2 pushing from the west and 2 still kind of holding long lines on the center. Gun Grip Customs potentially going to contact Draven here if Draven pushes out. And Uncle Face pushing through this this hallway here at Ice Cream Truck. What do we see? Not a whole lot. Let's catch back up with Smiths.
I don't.
Just gonna use it to use it.
Looks like there's going to be some utility coming out from that west side push, and I haven't really taken an opportunity here to check out this defense. We got Boba Fett over in the east market. Like I said, Draven over in the center. Utility coming out, and Misty. Smith's pre-firing the shack there. That is becoming a much better known position. See a lot of teams pre-firing that. Misty hanging out outside. So Wrecking Crew definitely going with this outside looking in mentality, but they have tightened it up a little bit since they're down 2 players on this round. So very, very interesting. Interesting way that this is breaking down. Again, for anybody that's not familiar with the OCL rules, these are 5-minute rounds. So on a map this large, 5 minutes evaporates very, very quickly. We're gonna have a contact here. Gun Grip and Draven potentially. Uncle Face also coming from Blue Room. If Draven's able to take one, I expect to see a refrag. What's that line look like here? Gun Grip's able to get Draven. Boba Fett with a phenomenal grenade. Only able to down Gun Grips, however. That's going to give the Shadow Kings some very good intel on this push. War Within going to contact Misty. Misty able to get Smiths. Does War Within get the refrag? No, I don't think so. Oh, Misty with a very effective flash. Just 50-50 chance where to look. Boba Fett gets Uncle Face. We're down to 1 apiece. Does War Within push? "30 seconds. Boba Fett absolutely clutches the round. Wrecking Crew with the win on round 1. All right, so we'll give the point to Wrecking Crew. Round 1 on Bazaar. With 28 seconds left. Absolute clutch at the end there. Yeah, Boba Fett. Definitely, Boba Fett putting down 3 kills. And clutching the end of the round there. So, and that was a fantastic, just phenomenal grenade from Boba Fett that put down that push from center. So, star player after round 1, top fragger. Good job, Boba Fett. So let's see how the Shadow Kings set up their defense on this one. We're just getting to the point where my audio was fixed, and the chat has noticed that they can hear me. So that's fantastic. we get the next round loading in here, and I'm gonna double check on the teams. All right, and we're back. Teams are just about readied up, just waiting for the countdown timer on the mid-round tent timer there to count down. Otherwise, we are good to go. And here we go, loading in. Let us check in with Wrecking Crew on the offense.
Yeah, that was
One
me.
up
It's
the
fun.
top.
I'll go middle with y'all.
No, go for it, go for it.
Alright, go for it. Okay.
Try to clear dark stairs.
A little bit. I'll do my best.
All right, we got Skylar pushing as an individual there on the right. Misty going to be pushing center. Voids, Draven, and Boba Fett coming through this southeast corner. Looking for early picks, looking for the Shadow Kings to be pushing out. What kind of defense the Shadow Kings throwing down here? A little bit more of the balanced inside out defense. Smith's on the objective. Uncle Face also much closer to that objective. Good comms coming out of the Shadow Kings. And then, yeah, we got one good push out here. Major Cap Doctore on West Road. Taking that long line. Not likely to get anybody.
A 2 or 3 dock spot. I'm not sure if it's gonna be there or not.
It looks like maybe the teams have been studying each other just a little bit, based on the comms I just got out at Wrecking Crew there. Smoke coming out, covering Draven's Cross potentially, and good comms coming out of Shadow Kings as well to call out that smoke. All right, what do we got here? We got a 3-man push. Skylar made it all the way up to the northeast corner there. Cap Doctore might get a line on that.
Just shooting into a doorway, pre-fire.
Smiths is pre-firing a doorway, and that might hold up Draven just a little bit. These 5-minute rounds might just be enough. Gun grip going for Draven there. So Gun Grip was able to put a round into Draven.
They're all in apartments, one on each side. One coming from the northeast right now.
All right, so Cap Doctore gets a call out on to Skylar. Sorry, Cap, you do not get the headshot when you down the enemy first. Only on that first headshot, such as that one for Uncle Face, taking out Draven. That's an interesting line. I'm not used to seeing that one. However, Voids just sneaks right up behind, and that is probably why we're not used to seeing that position played. Gun Grip Customs gets the refrag on Voids. We should have audio now. I'm sure I have audio now. Yeah. I'm getting more notifications that there's no audio. So Shadow Kings, 4-2 advantage. Let's see what we have. Misty and Boba Fett pushing right up the center. Now this was a line that was covered mostly by Uncle Face.
Southwest corner of Mid-Center Market, southwest corner.
Now what I will say, that call out from Cap Doctore, definitely heard by Boba Fett. And we can tell Boba Fett watching for that door. War Within takes Boba Fett, leaving just Misty. Misty is close. Ruby's got some colorful things to say about their teammate there, Boba Fett. Misty absolutely sneaking. If he makes a footstep, there it is. There's the trade. Misty able to take Smiths, but Smiths able to get the trade. And Shadow Kings go up 1 round. Fantastic. It appears that my caster audio is a little loud as well. I'm just going to cut that back a bit. Awesome. So bring up the scoreboard here. 1 round apiece on Bazaar. Let's head back and check out what our individual scores look like. So Gun Grip 3-1 ties up with Boba Fett for the top fragger. And everyone else doing consistently well like I expect out of both of these teams. And the objective has migrated, but not very far. We're just over here into East Market. Now, this is East Market because, as you can see, there are little kiosks here selling fruit. So that is a market. There is not a kiosk over here selling anything. This is a courtyard. This is one of those onwardisms that I feel quite strongly about. Because if we come over into the west, sorry about the high speed, low drag movement there. West Market is the further west, as you can see. We have little stands selling things. And West Courtyard is directly adjacent and closer to Center Market, because there's nothing for sale in here. So if we bring up the there we go, hold on. Bring up our little pointer, like I was saying, Center Market, West Market, East Market, and then we have West Courtyard, East Courtyard. Let's put that away, and let us catch up with the teams as they launch in for this new objective. So Shadow King's on the offensive. Let's drop in with War Within.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Alright, well, there's only one left.
Shadow Kings
Oh.
using all the skills they learned in kindergarten there to share. But that does slow down their initial push, so I'm hoping that they weren't trying to squeeze into any locations abruptly. Cap Doctore taking that long line, looking for the cross. I don't think they're going to see it out of Wrecking Crew on this one. Gun Grip already pushed into West Courtyard. Waiting for somebody to clear those buildings. You have Void sneaking up. Still moving. There it is. Void's kind of out in the open. But identifying the spawn on this one. Question is, does Voids get picked up, or does he get a little onward time? I saw some lasers coming in. Void's able to get Uncle Face. Good call out. Does not call the spawn or the location of that kill. Gives up his location there. Two Smiths.
Northwest behind the Jeep.
And again, Gun Grip's already up there. Waiting for that flank. Interesting push by the Shadow Kings. If we're just looking at the map here, very methodical. This individual push over here by War Within could be highly, highly effective, but he has no backup if he goes down. And he
There's a
gets
guy in
called out.
Construction up the ramp looking over the wall.
Gets a good call out. That was very lucky. That frag from Boba Fett. Phenomenal. What an arm on that guy. War Within rotating. Does Boba Fett shift his attention? War Within checking the crack in the wall here. Boba Fett's rifle may... Oh, look at that onward timing. I was going to say the muzzle of the rifle, barrel of the rifle might have been sticking out a little bit there from War Within's perspective. Speaking of, what does that look like? Not a whole lot at the moment. All right. Gun Grip Customs taking pot shots there. I'm not sure if he saw Skylar. He calls a minus.
That's not a person.
Once
One
again,
was our market somewhere.
very methodical push by the Shadow Kings.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
But Wrecking Crew with good lines. Good lines looking out. Misty sees Smiths. Smith's able to pick up Misty. Good line.
Possible -1.
Once again, we got bad call-outs coming. Voids is able to confirm Smiths.
Confirm.
Still a minute and a half.
Shadow Kings down to 3. Wrecking Crew at 4. Void's still looking for Gun Grip. 1 minute left. Cap Doctore gonna have to get a little bit crunchy, make a little bit of noise to clear this north. And Draven definitely has that line. Really interested in what's gonna happen over here with War Within and Boba Fett. But I don't think it's gonna materialize in time.
-1 key up.
Gun Grip able to get Voids. Major Cap Torre
Construction's dead.
able to get Boba Fett. However, Skylar gets Cap Doctore. This is a 1 versus 1. That flash might not be effective. Gun Grip Customs absolutely clutches the round on that one. All right, popping back in here. From what it looks like to me, oh, maybe I'm a little quiet. Again, there's always audio concerns with this setup that I have here, but I think I'm doing okay. So, looking at this the scoreboard here, Gun Grip Customs pulls ahead, 5-1 for top fragger position. Boba Fett and Voids following closely behind. Shadow Kings able to get their necessary Marsoc round if they want to win Map 1. So there is a bit of an advantage to starting off on Volk, which is why Wrecking Crew made that choice. And the team that starts on Marsoc is forced to win at least one offensive round if they want to win the map. So Shadow Kings able to put that together. Let's see if they can hold that advantage. Now, something I point out every single time I cast Bazaar. DPI, Downpour, if anybody's watching, this needs to be a thing. This ship's ladder here, okay? We need to be able to access that ship's ladder and get up into this position. That is necessary. The players demand it. I don't think it's an overpowered position because you're open from a lot of angles. You can be picked off from everywhere. But what a great position that would be if you could get to it early in the round. So let's follow up with Wrecking Crew on their offensive. I'm going to grab Boba Fett and see how we're doing. Wrecking Crew looking like a 2-2-1 split. Misty and Draven going to the south. Skylar and Boba Fett going west. And Void's pushing towards the center. Got a good cross. That's what I was talking about earlier with the Shadow Kings. If you want to make that cross without being contacted or called out, you do want to make that a little earlier. Gun Grip Custom potentially has a little bit of Boba Fett there. He does.
North.
So he gives a good call out. This is an interesting play. Very good play by Wrecking Crew. Because Shadow King's call out comes for the northwest push. However, Misty and Draven, they're coming in from the southeast. Voids, what are we looking for, Voids? Ooh, I apologize for that. Poor camera controls. There we go. Gun Grip just getting the narrowest line. You see his laser there. He's putting rounds into the trimmer on the window. Do the Shadow Kings rotate another defender to assist? I don't think so. So this north push really going to depend on Gun Grip keeping his head down and keeping them distracted. I'm very much more interested in Voids has managed to cross the street successfully. Draven and Misty still pushing up on the east. Voids makes a single footstep. Not crunchy at all, but Uncle Face absolutely heard that. Takes Major Cap Doctori, Misty and Draven go down. Crossing the street. Boba Fett's still looking for gun grip. Oh. Boba Fett gets hit by that grenade, does not go down.
2 guys on board.
Shadow Kings with a 5-up defense. Wrecking Crew goes down to 3. 3, however, Boy is able to take on the face. Gun grip custom with a tactical reload. Goes and hides back in his hidey hole.
Pretty sure we got one blue room as well.
So Smith's able to call out Voids in blue room. War Within takes Boba Fett.
I got one.
That's one of the 2 that was harassing gun grip. Leaving just Skylar. Oh, almost an effective grenade. Misses the door by about 12 inches. And Cap Doctori picks it up. Kills Voids to end the round. Looks like Wrecking Crew had a drop. I was going to say... I thought that Skylar was still up. And now Skylar has dropped. So that was unfortunate for Wrecking Crew. Ivans, just so you're tracking, I'm watching the chat here. First of all, let's give the Shadow Kings their... All right, coming back in here. Shadow Kings 3-1. And I was noticing in the chat that still talking about audio. It is my curse. However, I am using a professional audio setup, and my equalizer is flat. So if there's a bass issue, that's either my voice, which is not likely because I don't have a very bassy voice, or potentially could be a compression issue with YouTube, because I'm using a proper vocal mic, Audio Technica. This is my fun stuff. My hobby is music, as well as a very very prosumer grade audio setup, mixing board and stuff here. So if there's a bass issue, I'm going to blame YouTube compression for that one. Volume is all on me, but everything else is flat. All right, coming in. Let's take a quick look back here in the main game where we are beginning. We're starting 5 versus 4. So Wrecking Crew not going to take a timeout to rectify their drop player. And we are now looking at a center street objective with Shadow Kings getting the west
What's
spawn.
this problem? Alright, I'm good.
All right.
Be careful of any of them flanking.
Boba Fett takes gun grips, immediately evens it up. Shadow Kings with a good count. Grenades coming out. It's Boba Fett again with the long grenades. Always in the right place. Very impressed with those this evening. Cap Doctori has to be thinking about his positioning because gun grip did go down on that ramp just over his head. Smith's pushing into a laser. Saw something flash over here. Uncle Face able to get Voids.
I
Just
downed
down
one, but
though.
I can't confirm he's in that blue window.
See those comms make all the difference. We can only strive to all have comms like that where we admit we did not confirm the kill. Void's still able to get good callouts and able to get picked up by Boba Fett. And Void's confirms Uncle Face, drops 2. Looks like Wrecking Crew very strong on this defense. They're going to get another shot at taking back this map with 5 players, as it looks like Skylar has returned.
Hit the goddamn banister in front of me.
Cap Doctori going for a rotation. 3 minutes left in the round. Oddballs in the chat reminiscing about very, very early builds of the game. Again, people not familiar with Onward, which I got 11 watching right now, and I'm very sure they're all very familiar with Onward. But for anybody that's not, this game's pushing around 8 years old now, I believe. So it has been around for a while. Still a very active community. Cap Doctore trying to clear ice cream truck. Boba Fett hanging out in the ice cream truck blue room there. Draven got a good line for that Broadway crossing. Looks like War Within was potentially just taking pot shots right here. No, I don't believe.
23 story.
War Within thought he was shooting at nothing, but I think he might have actually seen Boba Fett.
3 story.
Very impressed with Wrecking Crew and their ability to take this from a 5-4 disadvantage to a 4-2 advantage. Good positioning, good revives. Major Cap Doctore over in Kiot. The question is, can War Within clear out Draven? With a minute left, I'll be honest, I don't know if it's going to be enough time either way. It is a good grenade. Just not effective. With this much time left, the 2 remaining Shadow Kings going to have to make a move, but I don't see a hole in this defense at the moment. Ineffective smoke once again. Bazaar just has so many of those. War Within able to get voids, but with 8 seconds left, I don't think it's going to cut it. Draven takes Cap Doctore, and War Within makes the cross, but just not enough time with these 5-minute rounds. And we're going to give that one to Wrecking Crew. So Wrecking Crew able to claw back a Volk round there, which they absolutely needed. And they get another chance to turn this around. They got to win this Marsoc round, though. We'll take a look here at the individual scores after 5 rounds. And we are looking at Major Cap Doctore and Boba Fett tied with 6 kills apiece. Void's top fragger with 7 kills. Absolutely outstanding performance by both teams. Drop the scores off the screen. And we're going to take a look at where Wrecking Crew spawns when they come in here. See what their push is like. So we saw that the Shadow King spawn was over here in the west. And I personally prefer the spawn that is over in the east. I think you have just a little bit more time to push a little bit more aggressively before first contact. In a pub lobby, not against these teams, but in a pub lobby, this is a very cappable objective. I've seen this objective capped in as little as 40 seconds from the start of the round. And that is from this east spawn, running up East Street, getting a good safe cross between all of this cover, and just sprinting across the road for a cap. So I have seen that one, probably between 40 and 45 seconds. This objective can also be capped from inside of this building, actually from right around here, which is a very difficult place to defend. So Wrecking Crew with a very good opportunity here to turn this around. However, they get the mirror spawn, they get the same spawn as the Shadow Kings in the northwest. Void splitting off going west. Boba Fett splitting off and heading towards the center, and we have a push here up West Road, or down West Road, I guess. Yeah, so Cap Doctore called out already. Smoke on the objective, which is going to force some aggressive movement. Cap Doctore's been called out. Does he get contacted early? Boba Fett taking some long shots. I want to get another, there we are. Get another look at Cap Doctore. Skylar with the headshot with the Virtus. That is outstanding. Like I said, Cap Doctore was called out there. So, excellent push. Boba Fett still taking some pot shots, and that is going to be really distracting to the Shadow Kings defense.
I don't think anybody coming. Yeah. Get that angle and I'll watch this angle.
Good comms coming out of War Within and Uncle Face.
He's in here. Made it in.
Uncle Face goes down to Skylar. Draven clearing the little shack there and trying to smoke it out. Unfortunately, I'm wondering if that grenade gave way. War Within's position.
Last one.
Wow, Wrecking Crew brings us down to a 5-2.
Spawn shit's clear.
War Within gets voids. Oh, and Shadow Kings clean it up. Smith's getting Draven, War Within getting Skylar. Leaving just Misty and Boba Fett against Smiths and War Within. This is very tight. Boba Fett gets Smiths. The cap is open. This is it. War Within crashing back. Does he get the line on Boba Fett? Gotta be careful here under this Humvee. Boba Fett gets War Within. Absolutely clutches a Wrecking Crew win. And just like that, that is how quickly it can turn around. Wrecking Crew ties it up 3-3 against Shadow Kings. And Wrecking Crew earns back their Volk advantage. So now they get to defend. Let's bring it up. They get to defend West Market objective. So this is cappable, but it's also very defendable. So Wrecking Crew in a very, very comfortable position here. Shadow Kings, what are their options? Well, if they can put somebody inside of this building, this objective can be capped from here. I also believe the cap radius still extends to right in here, as well as the obvious locations that are out in the open around the objective. So Shadow Kings really need a good push on this objective. Wrecking Crew clawing it back. Like I said in the match primer, Wrecking Crew is so hungry this season. You can see that through their challenge matches and how close their games are. Just absolutely pulling off comebacks. To quote Red Like Ruby, this is their brand. Wrecking Crew's signature comeback. So exciting onward for the rest of us, though. All right, another little sip of apple juice here, and let's catch up with the Shadow Kings.
91.
Still got good morale, high spirits coming out of the Shadow Kings.
All right, boys, let's get it.
Welcome to the chat, Sharkfish. All right. So we got a 4-1 split. Smiths gets the early cross on Broadway. And now watching to see if anybody from Wrecking Crew tries to make that cross. And the rest of the Shadow Kings pushing through southwest. Good narrow late lines. This is a very tight defense coming out of Wrecking Crew. With this 5-minute timer, they are forcing the Shadow Kings to clear a lot of corners. Check out this line right here. Just so slim. Looking exactly where the Shadow Kings are going to have to cross. And just like that, a minute is gone from this round. A lot can happen in 4 minutes, but you can see how quickly a minute can evaporate. So Voids and Skylar playing on the objective. Draven and Misty playing West Courtyard. And the Shadow Kings not pushing anybody through the north, which the north on this one looking like the weakest position. If you're able to get past Boba Fett's line there, which will only take a moment of onward timing. That is a good line. I want to... Oh, very nice. Major Cap Doctory with a good memory. That's where Skylar got him from on that last push. Uncle Face gonna run headlong here into Misty's laser. Misty does not take the shot, ducks back instead. Like I said, it's a very narrow line. I'm expecting Misty to get the headshot here. Although that smoke might shut down that line. Nope, Misty able to down Uncle Face.
There, watch your cap. You can see you from there. They're across the street from there.
Able to down Unk. But not able to get that confirmed unless he gets good and low. Oh, the team kill out of Major Cap Doctory through the smoke onto Smiths. Uncle Face able to get a little piece of Misty, but Skylar picks up war within. Shadow Kings very quickly down to a 5-3 disadvantage. Uncle Face, this push. Misty able to get the headshot on Major Cap Doctory. Uncle Face gonna go down to Skylar here. That was almost a team kill between Boys and Skylar.
Got your ass, boy.
Leaving just Gun Grip Custom sneaking in against a 5-up Wrecking Crew defense. Wrecking Crew just shuts down that Shadow King's advantage so quickly. 30 seconds left. Gun Grips has no information, no call outs, no confirmed kills because there weren't any. This is the worst position to be in. And Boba Fett picks him up. 5-up defense for Wrecking Crew. Outstanding. All right, before we go to the scoreboard, just because I do believe there may have to be a rehost here because the second map is always going to be a custom in OCL. So I just want to pull this up quick. Boba Fett, 9-3, top fragger. Voids, 8-6. And closest Shadow King is going to be War Within with 6 kills. So Wrecking Crew, absolutely just picking it up with 3 points in a row. And we will see if we need a rehost here for whichever custom gets picked. In the meantime, let's pull up the scoreboard. Give that point to Wrecking Crew. They take the map. Outstanding performance. Check out the chat for a minute. Rambo does confirm Wrecking Crew has the most 4-3 wins this season. And if I remember correctly, because we played against them last week, I think they beat us 4-3 on one of the maps. I don't want to confirm that yet. My memory's a little foggy, but that's on brand. And we did call that out in our pre-match primer. For anybody that tuned in ahead of time, you would have seen a little short primer that I do before the match starts. And we are rehosting, so I will work on that while I tell my story. In that pre-match primer, you will have seen that Wrecking Crew has close matches. They have not been stomped really at all this season. They've won more of their matches than they've lost, and the ones that they lost were very, very close. So this is, as Ruby said, this is very on brand for Wrecking Crew. All right. So I got the information that there is a rehost on Shipyard. And we're just going to wait for that to come up. In the meantime, I can set the map to Shipyard. Can I? I can. Customs are always funny because they should be preloaded in my my asset pack here, but nothing works perfectly. Never works perfectly. Shipyard on Misty. Here's a question. Do I remember the password? I do. Okay. So we're loading into Shipyard here. And it might take a minute for it to load up. In the meantime, I will throw you guys to a couple cutscenes.
Onward, Champions League.
All right, and welcome to Shipyard. Well, the team's ready up. See who's, looks like we're all in here, so I should be pretty quick about this. We are looking at a East Warehouse, East Building objective. This objective, also, again, highly cappable. So, obviously, there's a lot of cover in here. If you are going to cap this objective, there is a covered entry. If you're able to pick off some of the defenders, you can enter from here with half-decent cover. There's also the basement push, which I won't take the camera all the way down at the moment because it's a little bit of a maze. But you can push up through the basement door, and you can push in through the back door. Additionally, If you're able to get to this ramp and get up onto the roof, you can drop down right on top and cap as well. So what do we expect to see out of the Shadow Kings with their defensive round on this? I'm expecting an outside looking in. An inside looking out defense on a building this small is going to be very, very weak to utility. Grenades, smokes. So I think the smart move here, probably going to be have somebody on the roof or in that area on the objective. We're going to have at least one somewhere on Blue Room, because these windows have a lot of cover and offer a very good view of not only the entire front approach, also a very good view of that basement door on a narrow line there, right from this window. And then we'll probably see some pushed out defenders trying to look in and back towards. And I expect to see that out of both teams. Some areas of interest on Shipyard, if you're not familiar. Center warehouse. Center building has an interior, a roof, as well as a high level roof, which is accessible by 2 stairwells. So we call that center 3rd floor. Additionally, I have been picked up by Gun Grip Customs, hiding in this darkened area right here. And there's another access to the basement in there as well. It's called Shipyard. There is, in fact, a ship. And it offers lots and lots of cover to approach the objective, with only a few places that you can hang out on the ship to defend, and most of them are well known. So we may see defenders push up onto the ship. We may not. And I can almost guarantee if a defender pushes up onto the ship, they're going to go down very quickly, either to a frag or a refrag. This wrecking crew able to get the preferred spawn for this one, the ship spawn. Looking at a 2-3 split. Voids and Boba Fett keeping on the ship. Draven and Misty pushing down. S-Dove with a bit more of an aggressive push, but looking, like I said, looking for... I think I saw Gun Grip poking up that way. Maybe not. Okay, I thought I saw Gun Grips running up the ramp there, and that would have been what Skylar was looking for. Early contact coming out of War Within in Blue Room, calls out a good spawn as well. Now Gun Grips gets a little bit more aggressive, pushing out from his covered position, getting a very narrow line on that blue ramp. Maybe not enough to get the kill, but enough to get the call out. Major Cap Doctori hanging out over on Ticket Booth. Void's looking for War Within. Uncle Face, interesting. Looks like he's pushed downstairs into that basement. It's a much smaller map. Both teams perform very well on the map. I'm expecting another 4-3. There we go.
I cleared Draven's spot in those containers.
I cannot hit him. I fucking suck.
Voids with a little self-deprecating humor there. Boba Fett putting a grenade onto blue ramp. He's probably trying to get it under blue ramp. Boba Fett with some phenomenal grenades. War Within looks like he's contacting Misty, and he was able to get a little piece of Misty there. We got a lot of eyes coming in looking for War Within right now, and I'm not sure how many are expecting Cap Doctori in this position. So Shadow King's looking pretty good on the defense. Skylar with an excellent push. Gun Grip Customs gives away his location. Cap Doctori downs Voids, but from that position, going to be able to make some callouts. He died right around here. He's definitely going to be able to make callouts on Blue Room. Unconfirmable in that position as well.
Where's he shooting at you from?
Construction area, I think. Got one coming up on my south.
There you go. Cap Doctoria able to call out Draven. War Within gets Boba Fett. Misty and Cap Doctoria trade. Cap Doctoria does get the headshot.
Lost Cap.
Unable to get that call out, though, which is going to make a huge difference. We're definitely going to have a bad count on the Shadow King side, which is not going to make them very comfortable. Gun Grip probably hears Voids talking. Still looking for that ramp. And if you wonder why he's looking backwards, it is possible to get up onto this ledge of the boat. A little high risk in the middle of a match, but we've seen worse. We've seen stranger. Skylar coming for that pickup on Voids. Uncle Face gets Draven.
-1.
Narrow line. Oh my goodness. Outstanding. War Within gets Voids. And Skylar, War Within, cleans up with 3-0. Uncle Face with 1. Major Cap Doctoria with 1. And Shadow Kings with a 4-up defense. All right. So first round on Shipyard goes to the Shadow Kings. Like I said, I would not be surprised to see this map go 4-3 as well. Two teams that are phenomenal at this map, just based on playing with these players. I could tell you that. So I'm not expecting to see a blowout, but let's see what happens. A blowout would be more exciting for those of us spectating. Let's pop back into the map and see if we have spawns figured out anytime soon. That was an interesting line by Uncle Face there as well, from inside of that basement door. I have not seen that one get played yet, but excellent line. That outside looking in defense, like I said, that's going to be the money maker on this objective, and I do expect to see the same out of Wrecking Crew. The only problem, or the only weakness of that defense, is going to be if you lose players early, you're going to have a difficult time keeping those lines tight and having those overlapping arcs. We saw Skylar pick up that early aggressive position right down here at the bottom of those stairs. And it is very common for teams to push a player up this blue ramp. Had Shadow Kings done that, they would have lost that player right away. Let's catch up with the Shadow Kings. We'll pop in with Uncle Face.
Oh, we gotta definitely be careful about somebody coming up.
So they're watching out for the flank. Cap Doctoria takes the early line on the roof. Uncle Face pushing the south. Now, that first contact often comes right here. And Wrecking Crew not pushing anybody to white ramp. Voids did push the ship and moving to heavens. War Within not going to have the line from where he is, but should be looking towards heavens as he gets up those stairs. Boba Fett picks up Uncle Face under the truck. Shadow King's not having a good idea where Boba Fett is on that one. Just thinking, very common for players to push up to here, and if so, Boba Fett's just showing. Smiths looks like he's trying to get a good line there on heavens. There is a little narrow line on heavens. Boba Fett, though, now looking for that position that Smiths is coming around. And that's going to be it. And Skylar with the headshot on Cap Doctore.
Yeah, good dude.
Very quickly, Wrecking Crew, 5-2 advantage. War Within does pick up Voids. And all of that in the first 2 minutes. Jake from Skate Farm joining us in the chat. War Within doubling back. Looking for this ship push. He was able to get voids and he had lots of time. So there's a fair bit of confidence that the ship is clear. Draven hanging out where Gun Grips was early in the last round. And Misty covering off where Gun Grips was kind of late in the last round. Or in that neighborhood anyway. So doubling up that side as opposed to the Shadow Kings doubled up over here on the south side. Otherwise, defense looking very similar. Skylar on the objective. And Boba Fett playing first floor, not second floor or blue room. Shadow Kings need to make a move here. A minute and a half seems like a long time, but not against this defense.
Yep.
Got the subtle, it's me. Smoke comes out. That is going to alert Misty. If the sound hadn't already, that's going to alert Misty that they are right behind him. Gun Grip shooting at ghosts. Boba Fett has already rotated out of blue room, covering a later line now. Right in there, in the shadows. Very, very good line. Draven picks up Gun Grip Customs and War Within. Fantastic positioning. Like I said, I was expecting to see a defensive win on that one as well. That is one of the easier objectives to cap on Shipyard. So that round ending with only 4 seconds left. And that's a big thing, this 5-minute timer. Really forces the teams to be a little bit more aggressive. And what we should be seeing is more aggression near the beginning of the round. And not as much at the end. It really sucks to be near the end of the round and pushing with 30 seconds left. Take a look at the individual scores here. War Within, 4-1, top fragger after 2 rounds. Everyone else playing very consistently. And I do believe there is only... Well, for that objective... there we go. Gather my thoughts here. So the new objective, we are moving to the West Warehouse. This is another very highly capable objective, and it's for the same reasons. There's a back door, there's a front door, side door, there's an annex side over here. As well, you can come up through the basement, but that'll drop you just outside. And you can drop right on top of the objective from here. I expected to see defenders potentially on top of this truck. That's been a commonplace lately. If not on top of the truck, then in the back. I also expect to see someone try to get an early line over here, trying to pick off anybody going up those stairs. In the meantime, let's catch up with the wrecking crew and see what their offense is going to look like. Misty able to get a very sneaky jump. I said that was possible in high risk. I no longer attempt that in matches because I suck.
Minus. Frag.
Draven able to get war within in that darkened room. Gun grip leaning out. Looking for Boba Fett. Cap Doctori has the line on Misty. Boba Fett.
Distraction.
Apparently putting down a distraction with his pistol.
He's never gonna get me.
That's an interesting interesting thing. Now, Cap Doctori has rotated, unfortunately. Because he did have a very good line on Misty's approach there. Misty now looking for that roof. And Cap Doctori not expecting it. So I think the play here out of Wrecking Crew is going to be to get that cap and end this early. This is the objective for that, but this is not the map. Misty gonna be able to get a little piece of Cap Doctori soon if they keep moving this slowly. Smiths gets Boba Fett. Downs Boba Fett, I should say. I'm still watching for this contact. I really want to see what Misty's able to pull off with this push. Cap Doctori with the headshot on voids. Does that make him push out? The question is Misty trying to be quiet, or is Misty like me and just trying not to fall into the ocean? We will rejoin that battle a little bit later. Same bat time, same bat channel. In the meantime, Draven looks to be, pillaging a corpse. 2 minutes remaining. Misty did drop. But gonna have to contend with 2 on the objective. In Smiths and Uncle Face. Misty absolutely. Very quickly, Wrecking Crew taking an advantage here. Misty takes Cap Doctori. Gun Grip Customs. Last up for the Shadow Kings. Misty, you get one of these, buddy. All right. I have to apologize to Misty for saying that was not the push on this map. It obviously was highly, highly effective. Just outstanding performance. Let's take a look here at the scoreboard. Misty takes top fragger after that round, 5-1. Just absolutely outstanding. A lot of close calls. A lot of times Misty was shot at, and just good positioning. Gun grips missed Misty, you know, with the pipe and the forklift in the way. I'm trying to think of where... It was the same thing with the Uncle Face. Miss Misty looking right through this I-beam. A little bit of luck, a lot of skill. Fantastic performance, Misty. Definitely earned the little clutch cutscene there. And Wrecking Crew takes their Marsoc round that they needed as the Marsoc team, as the offending team on map 2 here. They needed to take that Marsoc round if they wanted to win. Forcing the Shadow Kings into a position where they must win a Marsoc round if they intend to win. Shadow Kings getting the eastmost spawn. Kind of a direct push here. Captalk going to look for some early picks from the roof by the looks of it. War Within pushes downstairs. That 5-minute timer, very high risk. Skylar takes gun grips right through the middle, confirming his skill. War Within, I'm wondering, are you going to come up in the middle and go looking for Skylar or not? Skylar hiding in a spot where I expected to see some Shadow Kings tonight, not necessarily Wrecking Crew. Voids takes Uncle Face. Wrecking Crew very quickly, 5-3 advantage. You got Draven and Boba Fett looking like they're hanging out on the objective. And Voids pushing up for a flank. And there it is. Effective flank. Almost. Not quite. But Skylar able to pick him up. And one thing with the flank voids is you need to get behind everybody. And Captalk is taking his time here. Little onward timing. Didn't look at you. The other thing with these... the potential for the team kill. Almost. Draven almost takes Void. Three minutes left. Captalk and War Within are two holdbacks. Captalk holding back to watch that rooftop early. War Within, I want to see... Nice and quiet. Does Draven push into the basement? Is that what's happening there? There's no way. No, Draven's looking for the basement push. They have a good count. Obviously, with Voids behind Captalk, they have a very good count. Captalk gonna go down to Voids. Leaving just War Within, and Draven's looking right at him. Shoots him in the feet for a 5-up Wrecking Crew victory. And just like that, Wrecking Crew 3 up on Shipyard, or I should say 3-1. They're up by 2 on Shipyard. However, for the Shadow King's benefit, they were in this exact same position on map 1 of Bazaar. So we have seen it go the other way. I'm not sure if they can pull this one off, though. Let's pop back into the main screen. Take a look at these kills. Individual scores. So Misty, still top fragger, 5-1. I do believe Wrecking Crew picked the map on this one as the higher ELO. So, good pick to pick Shipyard. Very impressed. Awesome. We're going to... I'm just checking the chat, checking Discord. Everything looking very, very good. Red like Ruby. He is short, he is strong, he is the GOAT. Reference Misty on that last round. All right, so the objective has moved underneath Heavens on the ship. Now this is a highly capable objective. However, I happen to know Wrecking Crew is very, very effective at defending this one. So the Shadow King's going to have to pull off not only a defensive and an offensive round, but they will have to take an offensive round on an objective that the Wrecking Crew is phenomenal at defending. Let's see if they can pull it off. I'd like to see map 3. This is a close match. These teams are both buddies of mine. So
I think there's a spot.
I'm hoping for a big upset here so we can see map 3 and just watch some more Onward tonight. All right, let's catch up with the offensive team. Draven, Skylar pushes through the center. That's a very interesting, well-practiced, very well-practiced 203 smoke.
-1 on the ship.
Uncle Face able to get voids. Gun Grip Customs calls. Draven out underneath. War Within potentially going to be able to get that line on the basement door. And there it is. Can't get too aggressive here. Got Draven underneath. Skylar pushing the center. Boba Fett on the ship. And Misty just getting out of spawn here. Probably looking for Heavens. What you will see a lot of teams do is put somebody up on Heavens there. And Misty took 60 seconds just to make sure that was clear. A little bit of that hyper focus though. Still looking high. Still looking on top of those containers. Checking white ramp, which is a good spot. Boba Fett and Cap Doctori trade. Shadow King's not going to know there was a trade there. It's going to cause a little bit of anxiety. Does anybody force a rotate? Uncle Face clears the smoke, tossing it into the abyss. Half the round is over. War Within looking for Draven. Wrecking Crew has potentially had a drop. Looks like Skylar might have dropped again. Is showing 0 on the kills. And Wrecking Crew only showing with 4 up, or 4 I should say, in the map. War Within not getting distracted. knows his team has the line that Misty's on. He's got the audio cues there. Misty getting super sneaky. Does he make any crunch behind gun grips? Draven about to contact War Within. Misty about to contact. I want to see one of these kills. They're both going to happen at the same time. Alright. Misty trades with gun grips. And War Within takes Draven. So Shadow Kings with a 3.5 up defense on that. All right, Shadow Kings have to win this. Marsoc round if they want to force a map 3 and have a chance at winning the match. Let's pop back into our individual scoreboard, where we will see Misty still the top fragger, 6 and 2. War Within playing a little bit of catch up there, 5 and 3. Now I'm interested to see the Shadow Kings push onto this objective. I do expect to see, if the Shadow Kings are able to clear out some of those defenders, I'm expecting to see a lot of utility come in. I don't want to give away all of Wrecking Crew's secrets here, but the utility, very, very useful on this objective, and they're very effective with it. We've seen it at a Boba Fett all night. Just very well practiced in aim grenades. There we go. And as I switch to check the, to see if everybody's readied up, they ready up. We're good to go.
Do I need to go behind the wall? Or do I go? Yeah,
That typical Shadow King's high morale, still present, but a little bit more tempered. Still talking strategy as the round starts. That is one thing Shadow Kings are very adept at, is that communication. Cap Doctore.
Fuck, he got up there.
Draven fell down. Now, I don't think that that's going to be a... Does Uncle Face get a little piece of Draven's leg there sticking down? Do you see this, Hunk?
Is that a no?
Void's down, Misty. I promised Misty I would focus on all of the team kills tonight. And does this pickup...
Unlucky.
They're right there. They're right there.
Hit the wrist.
We do get the pickup here. So not quite a team kill. Draven, very smart to be keeping very quiet. Uncle Face not taking the confirm on that. Boba Fett with a good line through the stairs. Smoke coming out. Is the smoke effective? Very effective smoke. Grenades coming in. There we go. Now Draven's making callouts. This is why you always got to confirm those bodies in Onward. Nobody is picking up this this confirm on Draven. Gun grips finally picks up Draven. Misty takes Unk from a nasty narrow line, very dark in there, as you can see. Wrecking Crew ties it up 4-all.
He's up top.
It sounded like either on the second roof or by Craven.
Voids get Smiths.
One more ship.
Mine one.
Gun Grips gets the refrag on Voids a couple seconds later. However, the goal of the Shadow King should not be
Gotta work this together.
to break even here. They really need to have an effective push on this objective. I told you we'd expect to see lots and lots of utility coming out of Wrecking Crew on this one. Highly practiced utility. Skylar gives up his location to Cap Doctore. Once again, look at the utility coming out of these guys. Phenomenal.
He's construction somewhere.
Cap Doctore might be able to get a piece of Boba Fett. It's going to be a risk either way. Where is Boba Fett looking? Boba Fett takes Cap Doctore. War Within takes Boba Fett. War Within and Gun Grip Customs, two of the most patient Shadow Kings players. But with 30 seconds left, patience is not what the Shadow Kings need right now. Misty takes Gun Grips.
You got him. Put in the code.
And War Within trades with Skylar, leaving Misty up. Wrecking Crew wins 4-2. All right, before players start to leave too quickly, Misty 8-2, top fragger. War Within 7-4. Outstanding, outstanding performance by Wrecking Crew. I did not expect to see a 4-2. Especially coming out of the Marsoc team. I expected to see a 4-3 for either team, but Wrecking Crew putting on a show on how to play Shipyard. It was a very strong pick by them, and just outstanding performance. That was some great Onward. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. I had a lot of fun casting it, and Wrecking Crew is going to let me get to bed nice and early by finishing that off in 2 maps. So good job, guys, and thanks for watching. Comic 87 out.